We've got our top 3 finishers from today's Supersport Race 1 here at Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta. Our winner, PJ Jacobson, second place, Blake Davis, and third place, Matthew Skoltz. We're going to get started down there with Matthew. I saw you, I don't know, maybe a few hours ago, and you're pretty much down in the dumps, and I didn't even want to talk to you anymore because you were bringing me down, but here we are. Is this a big a surprise to you as it is to us?
Definitely. This morning I was able to get down to a 29.6 and it felt like I was on the absolute limit. I couldn't go any faster. We made some gearing changes. That's why I did 2 sighting laps to make sure that that gearing was that was relatively fine. Started the race, hit the limiter a couple of times, figuring out the gearing, ran fourth when I should have been using third. So it took me a couple of laps to kind of figure everything out, and then I think that the front 6 guys maybe kind of pulled a gap on me and I started catching them. And unfortunately for Tyler, but fortunately for me, he crashed and kind of slowed them up slightly, and that really helped me get onto them. But I think I just used too much of my tire up trying to catch up to them. And the last 2 laps, I was just skating out there. But good job to PJ, Blake. They rode awesome. And hopefully I'll just carry on challenging up at the front for the rest of the season.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Second place today, Blake Davis by 0.103 of a second. It's his first Supersport podium in MotoAmerica. The pass, did you think you had him, or were you thinking that he could pass you right there?
No, I really thought I had him. I thought I parked it pretty good through 10B, and I was trying to stay as far to the inside as I could, but he had a really good drive out of there, just squared me up, and he was ripping up over the hill, and he found that inside line, and I really thought I had him. I didn't want to celebrate too early, but I was screaming under my helmet, and I was feeling really good. So, they were riding amazing. Started getting really greasy there towards the end, sliding around a lot, but I had a blast.
How scary was the Tyler Scott crash to be in the mix with?
I knew I could miss Tyler. I was just hoping he was all right. He flipped through the grass pretty good. But yeah, I knew I could miss him. I just went through the grass and got right back on track. Wasn't a big deal.
Okay, thank you. Our winner today, PJ Jacobson, his first victory of the year, the first victory for the Ray Hall team. So congratulations on giving those guys that. I know that's a big deal. It's your 6th career win in Supersport. Let's talk a little bit about that pass coming down the hill. At that point, that was your only option, right? I mean, or did you plan that ahead?
Yeah, first I really want to just say, thanks to the Ray Hall Ducati Moto team, Expel, Roller Die, basically Richie Alexander, like everybody in part of the whole team for just turning things around since Daytona. It's a brand new team. Graham has done a great job, and so has Ben. And so I just really want to thank them for putting this whole program together and getting things even more on track from Daytona. So it's been really good to progress, and we had some testing and stuff. So the team is super organized, and it's a really good environment over there. So I'm really happy to be a part of that whole program. But yeah, getting into the race now, I was kind of nervous, first race of the year and stuff like that. And everybody is super close here in pace. But yeah, I was trying to manage, the being in front for a while there, and then Tyler passed me, Blake passed me, and then I was gonna sit behind them and see them do some work and see what they had. But unfortunately, Tyler crashed, and I was really nervous because he crashed and he was kind of tumbling through, and I didn't want to hit him, so I had my hands up and just I thought a red flag was gonna come out, but. Unfortunately, it didn't. It was because the bike was in the middle of the track, so it was kind of scary for everybody behind me because I was the first one to approach that after Blake. So I was just really worried about Tyler, his body kind of being right there, So I don't know. It was kind of sketchy, but I'm hopefully he's all right and everything. Tyler's a great kid, but we've been trying the whole race and stuff. Blake was riding great. My teammate Corey was riding super great, and then Schultz came past with 2 laps to go. I was like, man, this guy, what is he doing? So it's
Why'd you pass me back?
yeah. And I was like, okay, I gotta turn it up again, geez, I'm just trying to hang on to Blake here, and now I got Schultz. So it's yeah, it was good. And then I kind of knew some spots where Blake was struggling a little bit. And I knew if I didn't get the, drafted someone on the inside of me on that last lap there, that I would have had to go at Blake. And I knew kind of where to get him. So, when he passed me in 10A, I kind of knew that I could have had a really good go in the last corner in 12. And I was going for it at that point because I was eyeing it up for a few laps, like in the middle of the race. So sorry for talking so long, but it was really good race, and everybody's been riding super good. So I think Supersport's going to be pretty interesting this year, and there's a lot of fast talent in that class.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Any questions?
I just have one for Matthew. Matthew, so yesterday's 2 sessions, I guess you didn't have any lap times at all. Can you tell it was just something with the bike?
I think they had problems with the wiring harness. I'm not sure. I didn't even get to look what the final corner was like, because when you come into the pit, you kind of pull to the right side. So we didn't get one lap yesterday. This morning we did I'd say about 8 quick laps where we could actually collect data and just look over it, see how the gearing was, where the RPM was, how much spin we're getting. And we didn't even really change any of the settings because we changed gearing, and that was a massive change. So rather than some of the corners using second, we're now using third. We're using second in the tighter stuff where we were trying to use first. So it really changed everything for me, how the bike felt, how the RPM pulled it tipping in. So now that we have this race's data, we can kind of go back and look at adding in EB, maybe adding traction control somewhere, wheelie control, if we even have that on the Supersport bike. I'm not even sure. So yeah, we're just gonna go back now, look at things, and figure out how to go faster tomorrow. I know this morning I did a 29.6. I don't know what the pace was for that race. My lap timer wasn't really working, but maybe that's good. I just kind of was just looking up at the guys and just knew that I was catching them, and that's all that I could just think of, really. So, I mean, bringing the bike home third with such little track time, I couldn't be happier, So I think that really gives us confidence for the rest of the season to be challenging up front. Thank you, guys.
Anybody else?
PJ, how much of the progress that you made from Daytona this year is due to actual progress in the team with the bike, and how much of it is the difference between the tracks? And what does that tell you about the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think just because it was so new going into Daytona, and the team is brand new, so it was kind of hard to get everything just so organized and all that stuff, especially just doing it later on in the season from the season before. So, I really give them a lot of credit on getting us even at Daytona, honestly, and just having all 3 riders even finish Daytona. So, yeah, we didn't want to test there and stuff as a test. We wanted to go there to win, but yeah, it was really good, and I think we learned a lot. And we made some changes to the bike and learned some things about the bike. And we have Richie Alexander in there now as a team manager. So he kind of took over things and it went through everything, organized some stuff, and put us to, where we're at as a team effort to where we're at right now.
Okay, thank you.
Break.